Good morning. How are you today? I hope everyone is okay right now because today is another day to learn. So, without further ado, we'll be discussing current, voltage, and resistance. First, we will know the objectives. Define current, voltage, and resistance. Next, explain the unit of current, voltage, and resistance. And lastly, we will be able to illustrate Ohm's law and solve problems related to Ohm's law. So first, let us define the current. Current is simply the flow of charge or the electrons within a conductor or how fast charge is moving. So charge will only flow if there is a voltage source. So reminder, the charge will only flow if there is a voltage source. So these voltage sources are batteries, generators, and other devices that can generate voltage. So the symbol for current is I. The unit for current is amperes or A. So current is by Andre Ampere, who is born on 1775, 1836. So French physicist and mathematician. He is one of the main discoverers of electromagnetism. Is a unit of measurement of electric current. The ampere is named after him. Next to define is voltage. Voltage is the charge or electron, or in other words, the pusher. Voltage causes current to flow or move. So the voltage sources are batteries, generator, and outlets. Again, this is the tool or the medium in which the electricity is flowing or moving. So the symbol for voltage is V, and the unit for voltage is volts. So this is from Alessandro Volta, who is born on 1745 to 1827. He is an Italian physicist known especially for the invention of the electrochemical cell, aka the battery in 80s. So let's take for example the voltages at our home. Power utilities use large generators to provide the 120 volts that is delivered to your home outlets. So when you plug in something to the outlet, like for example lamp, blow dryer, TV, cell phone, other etc., the voltage is applied across the circuit, allowing that charge to flow. So remember, the voltage is the reason why the electricity is flowing. Now let's move to resistance. Resistance opposes the push from the voltage source. So resistance affects the speed of the current. In other words, it opposes from the word resist. So it will disturb the current to flow. The symbol for resistance is R, and the unit for resistance is ohms in omega sign. So this is from George Ohm, born on 1789 to 1854. He is a German physicist. Ohm determined that there is a direct proportionality between the voltage applied across a conductor and the electric current. This relationship is known as Ohm's law. Finally, we are able to understand the differences of current, voltage, and resistance. So now, let us find out the relationship of these things. First, the relationship between the current and voltage. So, if the voltage in a circuit increases, the current will also increase. If the voltage in a circuit decreases, the current will also decrease. So this so-called relationship is direct proportional relationship. Moving on to the relationship of resistance between current. If the resistance in a circuit increases, the current will decrease. So if the resistance in the circuit decreases, the current will increase. So this is an inversely proportional relationship. So remember, the relationship between voltage and current is directly proportional, while the relationship between resistance and current is inversely proportional. Understand? So the last part of the lesson that is very important to tackle is Ohm's law. So let us define Ohm's law. It stated the relationship between current, voltage, and resistance. A German physicist who is George Ohm had the law named after him. So because of his extensive research. So here is the formula in solving the Ohm's law. Voltage is equal to the current multiplied by the resistance. So voltage measured in volts, which is V, current measured in amperes or amps, which is A, resistance measured in ohms, which is the omega sign. So just take a look at this diagram appeared on your screen. Okay, everyone, to find voltage, we will simply multiply current to resistance. If we want to find resistance, we will divide the voltage to current. So lastly, if we want to find current, the same with the process in getting the resistance, just divide voltage to resistance and the result will be the amperes or the current. So let's have this example. So if current is 2 amperes and resistance is equals to 5 ohms, how much is the voltage? So in getting the voltage, again, we will multiply the current to resistance. 2 amperes multiplied by 5 ohms is equals to 10 volts. So now, do you understand? So let's move on to example number 2. If the voltage is 9 volts, then the current is 4 amperes. How much is the resistance? So, in getting the resistance, we will divide the voltage to current. So, 9 volts divided by 4 amperes is equals to what? 2.25 ohms. So, for you to be fully understand, let's have the last example. So, if voltage is 140 and resistance is 2 ohms, what is the ampere? So now, let's divide the voltage, which is 140, to resistance, which is 2 ohms. The answer is what? It is 70 amperes. So, now that's the end of our discussion. I hope everyone is following and able to understand, because I will be having some evaluation quiz during our face-to-face meeting. So this is all for now. Goodbye and God bless everyone.